앞장에 이어 비동사 표현을 계속 공략하겠습니다. 다만 앞에서는 기본 예문들을 살펴봤는데 이제부터는 발전 단계 예문입니다.
It's no life. I'm clueless. I don't have the faintest idea. Be yourself. Act your age. I'm with you. I'm on your side. I'm afraid so. Are we serious? I'm afraid so. You're taking me for somebody else, I'm afraid. I'm afraid if it will rain tomorrow. This is insane, you've got the false information. Whose go is it? Whose play is it? It's in the bag. Rules are rules. That's the limit. Life is trade-off. Dinner is on me. It's on the house. Don't be mushy. That's irrelevant. My leg is asleep. To die or is to do? He is such a card. He is a kill. He's one of a kind. She's too snobby. He is so stubborn. You're so fired up. Here's bottom line. Ain't that the truth? You are still worldly. His nose is running. He has runny nose. He is history to me. Your idea is way off. Let's be responsible. That will be the day. Those are my words. Now you are talking. She is nice to talk to. Where's your head at? Don't be so arrogant. Nothing great is easy. The election was a fix. The election was rigged. The stake was really it. Hey, what's the secret? The meat was a bit off. You are so into English. That's a lame joke. That is such a lame excuse. Is it for here or to go? It's not what you think. You're no match for me. That's music to my ears. I'm sitting on the fence. We're on the same page. I am bad with directions. How long is this on sale? She is forgetful of others. It has to be an inside job. Better late than never. Never too late for miracle. I am into different things. We're not in the same league. It was too good to be true. The chance is too good to let by. That's the way of the world. That's always the way with him. The stew is mouth-watering. Beggars cannot be choosers. Appearances are against him. You are so money-oriented. There's always room at the top. His marriage was on the rocks. To will is easy, to do is difficult. It was a pleasure meeting you. She is well upon current issues. He's mean about money matters. Don't be mean. Are you with me or against me? Those guys are too lovey-dovey. Too much is as bad as too little. To remain as I am is impossible. Fighting is a part of growing up. There was practically nothing left. What's that white stuff in the box? When were you in this house last? Is this kind of music to your taste? The atmosphere here is very tense. There's an air of mystery about her. He was wrong from the beginning. This is not the season for arguing. There is no way round this subject. He is the linchpin of his organization. Chuck Colson was the self-made man. His being there is a complicated thing. Be on your guard against pickpockets. It's difficult to stomach their behavior. She was born rich but has gone broke. You're, so to speak, a fish out of water. He was always the target of nasty jokes. When is the next train due to get here? You aren't the only pebble on the beach. Syria and neighboring nations are tense. An increase in pay is under consideration. The chances are against him. You're under arrest for attempted murder. That restaurant is one of his favorite resort. It's only a few minutes' drive to the airport. Is Google or Facebook the new Big Brother? She was kind of homely and strange looking. Is there something suspicious about that guy? Every parent is blind to their children's faults. That's ridiculous, not to mention impossible. His coat was wrinkled and his head was askew. Air is not a compound, but a mixture of gases. She was not merely beautiful, but talented. Dan's favorite outdoor activity is doing rafting. His business plan was detailed and achievable. Making a mistake is a part of the learning process. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. To find fault is easy, to do better may be difficult. The poet is known for his superb sense of humor. Life is easier with a sense of humor. There are pluses and minuses to living in a big city. There are more than 1 million Jews living in Europe. Political reform is a key controversial subject these days. Sophisticated software should not be necessarily hard to install. That's a cheap question, and the answer is, of course, no comment. Going to crowded places such as the beach is not my cup of coffee. I am not a fan of tomatoes. Moving up the economic ladder is everyone's eager dream. Mary's Hospital is the center for cutting-of-the-edge medical research. The tail of fish is as sharp as a scythe and almost of that size and shape. Making personal comments in public like that is not professional at all. How's your new restaurant doing? Well, it's not open yet. There's a lot of red tape involved.
이제 비동사의 마지막 심화 단계 예문을 보겠습니다.
Where was I? So, what if I was a little late? I've been down that road before. Why are you being so inquisitive? May I come in? Are you decent? It could have been worse than that. Bugger. This for a bunch of bananas. It's such a weight off my shoulders. Well, I think, goodbye is traditional. Why is he so into this bachelor party thing? My brother is so into computer games. To travel hopefully is better than to arrive. Dreams, unfortunately, seems not substantial. Irresolution is a defect in his perfect character. He was a born mechanic with a flair for design. There was electricity in the air at the rock concert. Good self-esteem is a prerequisite for a happy life. The English tacit is partly written and partly spoken. The electricity poles with dangling cables are shown. Trying doing something is better than doing nothing. When it comes to math, he is second to none in this class. Adds the most effective way of getting your message across. The new policy is better than that of before. The price of gold is higher than that of silver. The ears of rabbit are longer than those of a cat. This year's rainfall is 200 millimeters over last year's. This year's rainfall is 200 millimeters more than that of last year. I have 2 pets. One is a cat and the other is a dog. There are 3 flowers. One is a tulip, another is a rose, and the other is a lilac. I bought 7 pens. One was expensive, but the others were cheap. Some boys like soccer and others don't like it. To be told is one thing, but to hear is another. Knowing is one thing, and doing is quite another. I'm sure he is a bit off, as no one, on his right mind, would say such a thing. In Korea, there is a growing recognition of the importance of early childhood education. Here are the most watched, shared, commented, and tagged YouTube sites from across the web.
세 번째 모듈 파트 2는 여기까지입니다. 여러분 오늘도 수고 참 많이 하셨습니다.